What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AI on Crypto, and today we're bringing you a very important video if you are part of the Axie Infinity community, because Axie Infinity just dropped massive news. This news is going to affect both players and breeders in massive ways. This is actually earth-shattering news, so don't buy another Axie, don't play another round until you watch this video right now so we can tell you what exactly this is gonna mean. This is AI on Crypto. On this channel, we cover cryptocurrency prices and trends, altcoin gems, and all the things on the blockchain that fill our bags to the max, and we stay far, far away from Wreck City. Each and every day, we pump out cryptocurrency content with a particular focus on NFTs, play-to-earn gaming, and decentralized finance. So if you like that kind of content, please subscribe. Welcome to the community, and don't forget to tap the bell so you don't miss time-sensitive information, just like the news we're bringing you here today. But we should not confuse this with professional financial advice, because I am not a professional financial advisor. Cryptocurrency is very risky. This whole NFT play-to-earn blockchain gaming thing is very new. Do everything at your own risk. Consult a professional before doing anything. Now, quickly, guys, we've got to get to this earth-shattering monumental news delivered by Axie Infinity today. Okay, guys. This is such monumental news. I don't want to get any of it wrong. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the news bulletin. I'm going to read it word for word, and occasionally I'm going to pause to give you my opinion. And basically at some point in this video, either during or at the end, I'm going to let you know what I think about these changes. All right, so let's start looking at this. So I guess they've made these changes in anticipation of starting the Axie Arena Season 18. And this is a very, very big deal, and I know that Axie Infinity is pushing to move into the esports space. All right, so let's get to the news bulletin. We're delighted to kick off Season 18 of the Axie Infinity Alpha. Our season structure rewards you for climbing the leaderboard with boosted SLP drops and juicy AXS prizes. With AXS at around $40 USD, the seasonal rewards are over 200,000 USD. Due to our expanding user base, we've expanded the AXS leaderboard rewards to the top 1,000 players. We've also increased the length of the season by 2 additional weeks. You can see the new distribution info below. Okay, guys, so they're kicking off Season 18, and here's a little chart right here that tells how the rewards are distributed to the top 1,000 earners. Take a look at it if you're interested. By the way, we are at the Lunacian News Bulletin that you can get right from AxieInfinity.com, but I will leave a link in this in the description below. All right, guys, so now we're going to get into the economic adjustments. So these are the really big changes with regards to token distribution that are going to affect a lot of people. So let's check it out. We've made some adjustments to the way SLP is earned in-game. We've halved the amount of SLP an account can earn in PvE each day from 100 to 50. If you're new to gaming, PvE means player versus environment. So in other words, it's the adventure mode where you just play the computer system and you're not playing against another actual human component. So they basically have cut the PvE rewards from 100 down to 50. All right, let's keep going. The reward for completing the daily quest has also been halved from 50 to 25. PvP SLP rewards now increase at a steeper rate as a trainer's rating improves. These changes have been made with the long-term health of the ecosystem in mind. Recently, the amount of SLP minted compared to the amount burned has been out of balance. In addition, many bots have started to abuse PvE since cards can be mindlessly played to complete most PvE levels. Arena for all. So this is really a change for the arena players. These changes will encourage trainers to push the mastery of the arena and ensure everyone is battling against competitors near their skill level. Arena for all. These changes will encourage trainers to push their mastery of the arena and ensure everyone is battling against competitors near their skill level. By increasing arena rewards for skilled PvP play, great trainers will push their ranking as high as possible. The current system discourages this. When good battlers aren't incentive to try to increase their rating, many of them stay back at low levels to farm the noobs. This is called smurfing and makes the game less fun for everyone. It also means that new players have a hard time earning SLP from the arena. The arena should be for everyone in our community, and we believe these changes will help ensure this. As more casual players enter the arena and skilled players push their ratings, arena will become more fun for casual players. More casual players queuing will allow these new trainers to match with those at their skill level and have a more rewarding experience. While we rarely comment on the scholarship system, we believe that these adjustments will put upward pressure on scholar wages for skilled battlers and reward managers that have put time into educating and training their scholars for the arena. Just like in the real world, higher pay must be a function of variable outcomes. Turning scholars into skilled workers is a step in the right direction. We will be carefully tracking the relationship between SLP earned through gameplay and SLP burned through breeding to see if additional action is required. When we make these decisions, we look carefully at the different data points such as Axies bred per day, Axies per holder, new Axie holders per day, and Axie floor prices. Okay guys, that is a lot to unpack. And I can tell you that there's going to be a lot of you out there, daily play to earn players that are making a lot of their income from the PvE that are going to be very upset. And I get it, because any cut in your wages is going to make you upset. And that's never going to be easy. But the team at Sky Mavis is running an economy. And when you're managing a business, a country, an economy, a community, it's not always about doing the nice thing. You have to make decisions that are difficult for the greater good. And I believe that Sky Mavis is doing this, and it actually gives me a lot of confidence in them going forward. Now, let me explain why I think this is a good thing. Number one, the Sky Mavis team has made a lot of great decisions up until this point to get them in the #1 spot in play to earn gaming and #1 by a country mile. Have generally been spot on. So let me tell you the problem with PvE, okay? So in the PvE mode, your Axies that you use, they earn experience points each time you play a match. So every round or every level you complete, your Axies are leveling up. Well, after a certain amount of time, your Axies level up so much that you could literally just run through the player versus environment mode with the blindfold on. It's not challenging, and even with the worst Axies, you can earn maximum points. So what they're doing is they're cutting those points in half, and they're increasing the points in the arena. What is this going to do? It's going to put a higher emphasis on the quality of the Axies, all right? It's also going to make players and teams that are not winning as much as they want, they're going to have to buy more Axies in order to tweak their teams and mix and match. And in order to have a nice big team, you have to buy a lot of Axies. When all you're doing is player versus environment, PvE, you only need 3 Axies, and you level them up, and then you just earn your 150 SLP a day, and that's it. You don't even try the arena. You don't care about the quality of the Axies. That's why this is a genius move, because it's going to require those that want to earn SLP to have to do so by being skilled in the arena, and that means buying Axies that can perform, because right now a lot of Axies are bought for that PvE and it doesn't matter if they perform. And then once those players get satisfied, so to speak, with that 150 a day PvE, they're not trying to up their skill and they're not trying to up the quality of their Axies. This is why this decision right here is brilliant, It's why it's going to be amazing for breeders. So if you've been thinking about being an Axie breeder, I think now is a great time. However, I think it's going to be a little trickier to breed. So if you're coming in and you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy pure now, that might not be quite as easy, because pure Axies aren't necessarily the best in player versus player arena battle. If you look at most of the teams, hardly any of the Axies on the top teams are pure, right? They're almost all mixed for various reasons. But there's always going to be a place for pure Axies, because often, in order to get those great combinations, the best way to get there is to start out with 2 pured Axies, right? So there's always going to be a place for pure Axies. But with these changes and an emphasis on winning, you're going to see the Axie prices adjust to reflect this, I believe. I think it's also going to be good for Axie prices in general. And like I say, it's going to cause people to buy more Axies in order to improve their team, and that is a good thing. Okay, so let's get to what they call Axionomics. Long term, we need to carefully use many different strategies to balance the economy. Here are some of the additional mechanisms in our policy toolkit. Short term, adjusting the AXS portion of the breeding fee. Lately, the AXS portion of the breeding fee has gotten quite high, and this is something that we are considering adjusting. Adjusting the amount of SLP needed to breed Axies, we may increase the amount of SLP per breed in the future if burning and minting is still skewed towards oversupply of SLP. We will appraise the needs for further action based on the data produced over the coming weeks. Long term, launching our own decentralized exchange to attract greater liquidity for our in-game resources. An Axie sync that requires releasing Axies for crafting materials. These crafting materials could be used to upgrade land, Axie body parts, and land items. They could also be used to create consumables and buy role cosmetics. Releasing new features and Axie game modes that increase demand for Axies through access to new experiences and utility. It's been interesting to see the community suggest some of these long-term adjustments over the last few weeks. Please keep in mind that they are entirely new features that need to be launched very carefully and cannot be used as quick solutions. If you would like to learn more about the long-term economy, please visit the white paper. Okay guys, this is one hell of an update. When I say this is big news, this is big freaking news. These guys at Sky Mavis, you start looking at these other play to earn games coming up saying, oh, who's going to catch Axie? Who's going to catch Axie? Let me tell you something, guys. Axie Infinity is only just getting started. They have land, Axie land deeds that people bought for $100, $50 3 years ago that are now selling for $50K. People are so pumped about land and what digital land is going to do to the Axie Infinity experience. And as you just saw, they're going to start introducing cosmetics, items, and all kinds of things that's going to add even more utility to the AXS token and the SLP token. But most importantly, what we see here is a team dedicated to staying at the top of the mountain, in the front of the pack, and at the foreground of innovation. These guys are not becoming content with their success. They are striving for much, much more. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that do the PvE that are going to feel like they're being harassed, attacked, targeted, but I think this will be better for them too in the long run, because the way things were going, the SLP price was just going down, down, down. So potentially, I could see a scenario where even though the SLP rewards for PvE have been cut in half, the SLP price might go up tremendously. And if that happens, the PvE players are actually going to benefit, because even though they're getting half the quantity, they're getting half of something worth much more. Just think of Bitcoin mining and the halving that happens generally every so often with Bitcoin. Usually the price spikes after that. And that's what this is. It's kind of a halving of sorts. So big, big news. This was not clickbait. This really was huge news and great news. So I'm going to get back to my Axie breeding and my Axie playing, guys, along with the other play to earn games that I play and research. If you like this video and if you're looking for consistent content like this, please subscribe to the channel, tap that bell for notifications, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.